Okay, this is going to be a video tutorial how to use this board with the sound system here at CBSR. First thing you want to do is come up, turn on the board, then go down to the stage through those doors there where those people are going through. There's a rack inside there that'll turn on the amps. Mains come through here. Those are the main speakers. And you got a subwoofer hiding over there. The band usually turns the subwoofer on, but if you're noticing, there's not a ton of bass to begin with, but if you're noticing there's not a lot of bass, you might want to go double check it. It's right behind where that dude is standing, is the subwoofer. Everything should be plugged in. Don't need to do anything on the stage. Everybody should just get everything set up. So that brings us to the board. Just turn it on, and if you would like, you can go into the show screen here. Go to load, MMC, press that, go to Evan. I would suggest loading the newest Evan preset, which would be here for 2025 2. So that's for April 2025. That's effectively already loaded in here, so we're not gonna do that. So you got the board here. When you turn it on, this mix here with none of these lights on up at the top will be the front of house mix. Front of house master is over here. Not this one. This is the front of house master. So this is your front of house mix. You can solo the stream. This is the live stream, also accessible right here. You got the live stream mix on this button here that says live stream. Hit that. This is your live stream mix, and it'll automatically PFL in the headphones. Headphone volume control right here. So you can adjust this mix and then go back to the main front of house mix. Or you can just solo it right here, and then you'll hear it in the headphones and still adjust the front of house mix. Front of house, pretty straightforward. If you need to EQ, it's kind of weird. Just select one of the channels, and then you have to go up here, press EQ, and then you can see the EQ curve. Of course, you can adjust it from the channel strip, but you have to go up here to the menu to see the EQ curve. It's not like an X32 where it automatically pulls up the EQ. There's a talkback mic right here. If you need to turn that on, press talkback channel, and then it goes down there to the stage, and then turn that off. No longer goes to the stage. These are the mixes. Stage right is not, don't worry about this right. It used to be stage right. It used to be over here. Now it's actually stage left, or like backstage, or it's the singers back here. So you see those mic stands there, those straight stands? That is the singers. This controls their mix. So if one of these singers back here is asking for something, go to the stage right mix and then adjust. Usually they're going to be asking for one of these mics, which are all their microphones. These mics, 1, 2, 3, 4, up through 7. You see they're labeled alto, tenor, soprano. That is those mics back here. Usually they're going to want some more of themselves, or that to be adjusted. There's keyboard, bass, drums, other stuff, but usually they just have themselves and a little bit of the pastor mic. The pulpit mix here, that is these two monitors, very visible down in the front there. That's for the pastor and deacons, whoever's kind of speaking up front there. The pastor will have his own mic that has a orange windscreen on it. That's that one here. And then the pastor pulpit mic here, that is for guest speakers or other folks that are coming up to speak. Basically, everybody else who's coming up to speak. This is reserved really just for the pastor, almost never used for anybody else. That's just his mic. The lead pastor, this one next to it, the Pastor Pulpit, B/PP. That's kind of for everybody else that comes up there speaking. But watch out, sometimes they'll grab some other mics, but like 97% of the time it's that Pastor Pulpit mic. Okay, keys mix, that's pretty obvious. That goes to the keyboard player. His amp is right there. It's a Roland keyboard amp, and it feeds that. Drums mix is pretty obvious. Drummer, there's a drum wedge there. Bass is over here. That's for the bass player's wedge. Sub goes to the subwoofer. Don't worry about this one. I've never touched that, so you don't need to worry about that. And then this is the live stream. So just every once in a while, hit the live stream, check in on the headphones here, try to clamp them on your head, make sure this mix is sounding good. Sometimes different keyboard players will be louder or quieter, and you might want to either adjust the gain to bring the whole levels up all around, or just adjust them in the live stream or in the front of house mix. Got effects returns set up as DCAs over here. So you have, and this is actually really helpful, a band, vocals, and effects. I tend to put the reverb on for slower, more chill songs. I'll usually kind of bump up the reverb and then turn it off for faster songs, or maybe just bring it down for faster songs, somewhere around there. And then the band and vocals mix. The vocals DCA is all of these. So lead vocals will be Dominic. That's kind of the lead singer. He's a musical director, and he's the main dude. You'll get him in there. That DCA for the vocals group controls lead vocals, and then 1 through 7. It does not control these two. These are separate. So basically all the music vocalists are over here on vocals, and then band is obviously all the band stuff. Drums, bass, keys. There is on the second layer over here, B, there is a piano / perk mic, or perk piano mic. That oftentimes you'll have a guy back here, right, that system right there, playing percussion and piano. That's his mic. That's the only thing that's on the second layer, because couldn't really fit it on the first layer. So I'll often ride these DCAs. Sometimes the vocals will get really quiet. You want to bring them up. Sometimes they're really, really loud. You want to bring them down. Sometimes you want to bring the choir way up, but then turn the lead mic down, because he's just kind of doing some background ad-lib stuff. But it's really helpful to kind of ride these faders, especially that vocal fader, move it up and down, and then adjust the lead mic to taste based on that. Other than that, this is your whole dynamic section. The high-pass filter is hiding right here. I had a tough time finding that, but that's your high-pass filter. So if you're in EQ, you're trying to figure out how to access the high-pass filter, it's right there. All right, they're shutting the lights off on me, but I think that's about it.